What is the move?
What's the move today?
What's the move?
You tell me, baby. We live with it.
Tell me what it is.
Where's our audio at?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right here.
We got a little song.
Yeah.
What's the move?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
in my headphones.
Yeah.
There we go.
I imagine it jamming.
All right, episode 2.
Thanks for having us again, Choff.
Yeah.
The setup is
Shout out
insane.
Shoebox.
Yeah.
This is
It's my pleasure. Welcome to the spot, baby.
This is cool.
This is impressive.
It's like being on the news again.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Channel 2, Channel 4. Wherever
We got some updates. We got lighting now.
Yeah, we got some very nice.
I got some
lighting
armrests.
Yeah, this is cozy.
We got our slippers on.
Comfort. Yeah, I feel like I'm at home just hanging out. It's great.
Hey, I can't see your slippers. Pop them up.
Really?
Pop the slips.
Yeah.
I have mine on right now.
Stretch.
Yeah.
I'm still breaking in my new
Check
kicks.
that mobility.
Want the
man.
hams?
How do we get that?
All
What
right.
are we covering today? What are we talking about?
We have been launching on our Instagram that we are going to do a live Q&A. So we got some shout out to our Instagrammers. How many we got on there, Ski?
We got one.
Let's go.
Probably total one.
Shout out to the one.
Shout
Shout
out Bree.
out Bree.
We got T Swollen here.
T
Oh,
Swole, baby.
There we go.
What's going on, man? No, so basically today we had some questions come through the DMs as we put out yesterday. So we'll pull those up. We'll answer those. Today is just going to be really about talking about, what we do here at Move Detroit.
Yeah. How we're different. What we
How we're
offer.
different.
Right.
We offer numerous services. Obviously, we have a really cool podcast studio here as well. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going to dive into. I know we talked about last time kind of like our beginning, stuff like that. So I think in later episodes we'll continue that story.
Yeah.
But we got to get the word out there.
Yeah.
We got to get people knowing what it
Yeah.
is that we do here. So
We've been sharing with a lot of people because there's so many gyms and areas that you can train in this area. We're trying to get the exposure and just allow people to know how different we truly are. I know everyone says that, and it's pretty cliche. But the amount of services that we do offer here and that we are truly different, we're just trying to get people to realize that and get the name out.
yeah. Absolutely. So you got the questions pulled up?
Got it.
All right. What's the
Let's run.
first
All
one?
right. What are we rolling with? I don't know. There's quite a few here.
What do we got?
Yeah, let's start from the beginning then. What type of services do you offer?
Okay.
Many.
Yeah, that's a perfect start, actually.
Many, but to, I guess, narrow it down.
You want me to go?
You go.
Okay. So first off, we got our one-on-one training and our semi-private group training. So one-on-one, that's a 60-minute session with the trainer and the client. And so basically from there, it's a full session tailored towards your goals. We customize every workout. We track progress, habits, lifestyle coaching, stuff like that. Our semi-privates are going to be that 2 to 5 person class. So you still get that the benefit of the one-on-one, but you are working out with some friends. So, and that's kind of what we started off doing right as we got in here. Actually, like we didn't even have this place built out yet. As soon as
It was like, we gotta go.
Got going right away.
we
Let's go
pulled
now.
we pulled the equipment I had at my storage unit gym, which we'll touch on in the future too for the people that don't know. And basically just that got us going. You and I had clients at the time already, so
It was fun to pair them up together too. I mean, there's a lot of fun and collective suffering. I always say when you're doing hard shit together,
Yeah,
basically.
absolutely,
But
sure.
it's fun to have somebody to chat with. So semi-private, small group, kind of extended.
that's what we got started doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we got the one-on-one, the semi-private. We just launched our group classes.
yeah.
Group
It's
classes.
still kind of
6
that
days a week.
semi-private feel, right? Like there's really about 8 to 12 people per class, and we'll keep it at that just to keep that personalization and making sure that everybody is taken care of and focused on and progressing, which is something that you don't see a lot of in group fitness.
Yeah, we're wrapping up phase 1 right now. So,
Yeah.
our
Do you want to
program-
highlight what's different about it compared to most group classes out there?
Yeah. So, touching on what Jordynn said, we still are keeping it, pretty concise. We're capping it at 12 right now. It gives us enough time during the class to work with these people one-on-one for an appropriate amount of time. And really, most of our strength classes, so we do 4 strength classes a week and then 2 hit days. And so during our strength classes, everything's rep based. So, a lot of times in your traditional group fitness studios, you're kind of going for more time based. So you're on intervals and stuff like that. So it doesn't give you an opportunity to really progress your weights as much, just because you feel like you have to lift a certain weight for that amount of time.
Yeah.
So going more for rep based is what we like to focus on, where, I every time I lead my class, I'm like, guys, take your time with each rep. Like there's no rush here. Like this is meant to be slow and controlled. You need to focus on your tempo, on your reps, so that you get the most out of it. So
We have our hit days for when we do want to
yeah.
crank it out and
Yeah.
have
Hit
some
days.
fun and get a little
Get after
wild.
it.
Hit
Yeah.
days we
Heart
get
rate up.
funky.
Today, yeah, Wednesday.
We get funky on hit
Today's
days.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
yeah, today's Wednesday.
It's fun too.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
not your. It's just a blast. Doing
It's
it.
kind of a break from, all the traditional strength stuff. So.
Yeah. Oh,
So
love it.
yeah, that's group classes, and we got other phases coming up that we'll touch on, and we'll post more on our social media talking about that soon.
And then
Um,
on top of that, services.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we
That's
have
cool.
our
Recovery.
physical therapy and recovery. We're actually not even going to be calling it physical therapy at this point. We're going to be saying, so if you hear the word specialized performance training, that's going to be our term for physical therapy. It's basically physical therapy 2.0, right? It's looking at the individual, looking at how they move, how they don't move, where they're strong, where they're not strong, getting them out of pain if they do have pain, and it's a very tailored approach to the individual. There's no cookie cutter programs. It's very specific to your goals, what you want to accomplish, and then how your body moves.
Alex, do you want to give like an example of like some of the patients you've been working with as
Yeah.
far as that program specifically goes?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been working with a lot of athletes, a couple fighters as well, and it's been a blast working with them because we can dive into exactly what they need for their sport or for what they're doing on a daily basis. And it's been a lot of fun because it's one-on-one hour sessions, so I get to be with them the entire time, which is pretty rare in the physical therapy industry. Usually you only get about 20 minutes with a patient, so in here you get a full, like I said, a one-on-one for an hour session. And in that hour, I'm able to really dive into how the person is moving, critique how they're moving, and be very detail-oriented with what we're trying to get out of it, which is how physical therapy really should be.
That's how it should be. And again, we'll touch on this more specifically in future content videos, so stay tuned. We're definitely going to dive into that, because we want to make sure that you guys understand that what we're doing as far as PT goes is different than your traditional physical therapy places. So,
and then for recovery,
and tying it in.
For recovery, we have, we do hands-on, we do cupping, we do dry needling and e-stim. So all the things that you might need to get out of pain or just to loosen up and help with any stiffness that you might be feeling.
Preventative care. Prevent the injury before it happens.
Yeah.
It's kind of our motto.
Yeah. Do some gnarly ones.
Yeah.
Like Frankenstein action.
Some TMJ stuff. Yeah. So, and then finally, we have our nutrition coaching.
Hey, yeah.
Wrap that
Fun
up.
stuff.
So
Yeah,
we have some exciting things
Just
for that.
launched.
Yeah. So Monday, actually, we'll launch our first 6-week program, but lifestyle approach, just very personalized too. I mean, everybody's living a different lifestyle. Everybody has different schedules. So, I mean, I'd say similar to all of our other aspects that we offer, right? Like very personalized in a sense, but also still having that team camaraderie and group calls and accountability and stuff like that. So,
It's going to be awesome.
fun stuff.
And
The last
what's
thing.
coming today?
Literally, I just got a text right before we started this
Oh, ooh,
that our
fire
sauna
and
is
ice.
1 hour out.
Nice.
Fire and ice
Fire
room.
and ice is
Sauna cold plunge. You're going to feel like you drank 10 cups of coffee.
My hands
I don't
are
even
like
think-
still frozen from earlier.
We don't even need to explain
Yeah.
what that consists
You
of.
just feel like $1 million.
1,000 benefits.
Cold
to that.
plunge has been amazing. I mean, even
Yeah.
when it's cold outside, but
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah.
really nice to hop in that sauna.
Yeah.
And we can dive into that more on benefits. and-
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
touch on that.
on to-
Let's move on.
Move
What
on to some new
else we got?
questions. Can you explain? I mean, which you kind of did a little bit, but explain more about your specialized performance training. So working with the athletes, and
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would I would interpret that as, what exactly are you doing with these people?
Like,
Yeah.
what does a session
Yeah.
look
What
like?
does a
So-
session look like with you?
Yeah, so a typical session, like I said, it's an hour session, one-on-one with me. And so when the person walks through the door, we're gathering any information that may be relevant, and then we dive right into manual therapy if they need it. We're not always going to do it. Like I said, it's not a cookie-cutter program. It's just if it deems necessary, and that might include like the recovery services, cupping, hands-on, needling, any of the above. Right from there, we get into a warm-up. We get the heart rate up. We get the blood flow into the tissue.
Blood flow.
And then we're looking at movement patterns. We're looking at being very detail-oriented in how the person's moving, getting the muscle tissue loaded like we're trying to target. And then after that area of the treatment, we are diving right into functional movements or your strength programming and looking at that progressive overload. So it's kind of like a personal training session.
Yeah.
We turn more of the physical therapy side specific to the area, whereas our personal training is more global.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. That's really the
I like that.
key difference, I think,
Yeah.
for the people wondering. It's like global, so everything versus one specific area.
Yes, because
right?
they look pretty similar
Yeah.
on paper to the
Yeah,
eye,
they do.
which
for
is
sure.
which is how it should be.
Okay.
Good stuff. I
Alright,
hope that
moving
answers
on.
whoever
Yeah.
that was asked that.
That was a
I
good
don't know
one.
if it says, but
Next
one.
Moving on, we'll go number 3. Let's try to do I don't know how much time we have, but let's try to get
we got plenty of time. We got
Good
ordered.
ones in here. Yeah, no work to do. What? There's some weird ones in here. We're not gonna go through all of them.
Leave that one out.
Yeah. What type of what type of clientele do we have here? What kind of
That's a good question.
yeah?
That's a good
I mean,
question.
are we training youth? Are we training? Which honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
all of it.
So-
we're pretty
All the above.
we're pretty all inclusive. Yeah.
Let's say, what's our youngest clients? Probably
I've got like a couple.
Jordynn
I've
has
got an
some
11-year-old.
11?
Yeah, a couple 11-year-old. 11, 12, and then, we do have up to like 60. I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 68.
It's pretty
I
crazy.
believe, is our
68.
oldest right now.
Nice.
Or-
Which
yeah.
is amazing. Yeah. And I would say with that too, like our group fitness classes are very diverse.
Yeah.
Different ages, different fitness levels, all walks of life, really, which is really cool to have everybody to come together that way. But then we offer our 15 up classes where if you
Yep.
want group fitness and you don't necessarily want one-on-one, or have friends that to do a semi-private with, then
Yeah.
we do offer that 15 up class that Alex just launched.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've
Um,
gotten a lot of feedback on that too from people that are at that age group, 50 and up. And the feedback that we've gotten is that most of the gyms are somewhere in the area, they don't offer it to that age group. So we
No.
wanted literally everyone to be able to move with us. That's
Feel comfortable
point of
doing
this.
it. I mean, I speak from just family and stuff that's nervous to go to the gym, or it's filled with young fit people, and
Right.
I mean, I'm nervous to
It's
go to the
intimidating.
gyms. It's very intimidating.
Yeah.
So I think that's
I
gonna
think
be really powerful.
what's cool is like ever since you and I started moved to Troy, ever since it was ever a thing, we were very inclusive. So we always marketed all ages. I mean, you still see at our events, kids working out
Yeah.
right next to their parents, and it's like
Awesome.
it's so cool to see, and I think a lot of the families appreciate that too. So
Yeah.
Meet you where
love
you
the-
are, I would say. with
I love the
fitness.
phrase generational health instead of generational wealth,
yeah,
going based off your family.
I dig
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
If there's any, Choff, let us know if anybody
Got any
pops in,
questions?
like questions or
there?
comments, or we got
We
on
got some
there.
people popping in. No one's asking
Yes.
any questions at the moment.
What's up?
Feel free if anybody
up,
has
guys, if you're just
questions.
tuning in?
Yeah, you can,
Yeah, thanks for
you
joining.
can chat with
Episode
us,
2.
but thank you.
What else we got?
We have some of them are kind of repetitive.
Repetitive,
So,
We did kind of cover a lot already.
I
Yeah, we
know,
did.
honestly.
We did.
Specialize the nutrition. What nutrition programs do you
nutrition
offer? That's basically that 6-week program that we mentioned. We do also have a Facebook group that is
yeah.
completely free and anybody can join it. So if you're not in there and you are on Facebook, I would highly recommend joining it. You can find it on our Instagram, but we can always share a link for it too. But we'll be doing more of like a personalized group program, and then we'll also be doing Sorry, I get distracted.
A lot of behind the scenes stuff too.
Yeah,
in that,
absolutely.
group.
There's a lot of fun stuff in the group. I've been running that group for like 5 years now, so there's a lot of stuff on that group. You can go back to where I really just started. Yeah, wow.
Baby Jordynn.
Yeah, don't go too far back actually in that group. But so there'll be a program. We're gonna call it Move Madness, and we're gonna launch that today. That'll be pretty fun. That's gonna be free. That'll be for anybody and everybody to join. Just somebody looking for some accountability. It's a 4-week challenge. Come do it with us. We're all gonna do it.
Short and quick.
Yeah. But alongside of that, the 6-week more personalized program as well for nutrition coaching. So all lifestyle oriented, like I mentioned earlier, is just based off of living healthy and happy and eating pizza and
We just want to help.
Yeah.
We want to help you in any way, shape, or form.
One-stop shop. That's our goal.
Let us help.
What else
We
got?
have, so this one might be a good one for Choff, is what's this shoebox? What's the shoebox?
What is the
Choff?
shoebox?
What?
Where we sitting at?
What is shoebox?
What is this shoebox?
Is
Well-
it actually a shoebox?
It
Yeah.
is actually a shoebox. There's no shoes in it, so it smells much better than you would imagine.
It's very
but-
clean in here.
It is.
Thank you, team. So Shoebox is the next generation of music and podcasting here in Metro Detroit. It's a first of its kind studio. We do video podcasts, as you can see. We've got a sick beat making area where music producers can come in and rent the space and make noise 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've actually had some inquiries for people to do lessons in here too. So we have a lot of different ways that we're trying to help out the local community, both from a creative standpoint and from a musical standpoint. It's pretty much limitless. If you have an idea, it's music related, we can pretty much execute it here. We do have a ton of DJ equipment too. One of the things we're offering is lessons, as well as opportunities for people to just get more time in on the decks if you already know how to DJ, but you need to, maybe work on some professional gear that you don't have the money to pay for. We got you covered at the box.
Wow.
And so much
Little
more
box.
too. So yeah, if you've ever thought about starting a podcast, why not do it at your gym? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
right.
Why not do it at your gym?
Yeah.
You might
Did a
as well.
workout in before.
Little sauna sesh after.
I think we're gonna have to start getting some clients in here too.
I think that'd be
There's
killer.
Feature some
Live
clients.
Q&A.
One thing too, I just really want to highlight is Shoebox is a 24/7 operation. So if you don't think you have time to fit this creative venture into your schedule, I would challenge you, and I say let's do it when you'd normally be asleep, and we'll make your greatness come to life.
Boom.
That creativity happens.
This is probably one of the
Ooh.
most versatile
Little
places I've
midnight
ever
sesh.
been in Metro Detroit.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
I'm not just saying. I'm not being
I mean, even when
biased.
we were
I'm
but-
not
talking-
biased, but
When we had a meeting
it's really
yesterday,
cool.
they were
Yeah.
pretty mind blown.
yeah, they were like.
I think
so,
everybody is. That's the general reaction.
What do you
Sorry
not
to cut you
have?
off.
I know. I know.
We've got everything.
Sometimes I forget too. I'm like, oh yeah, we have that too.
Yeah.
General reaction is always like, oh my God,
Yeah.
it's a lot bigger in here than I thought.
Yeah, I think
we
and
did
I
a
want to
job.
just point on too. I think we're finally at a point, at least for me, where I feel settled. Like it was go up until like grand opening, and then
Yeah.
even the last couple weeks afterwards, it was like
Yeah.
now we're just trying to feed people through the door. But I feel like now it's just we're settled in. It's nice and
Yeah.
cozy,
It
and now
was a whirlwind. I've had
Yeah.
a few people like reach out recently and say like, how are you?
Yeah.
It's like, actually that's a
I felt like a
that's a
different.
damn good question.
I felt like a different
I haven't
human.
gotten to think about that in a
No, I
while.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
December
I
and
think that's
January were.
questions are kind of honestly
Yeah, it was-
wrapped up for a sense. So I think that's kind of
That was it.
maybe a good
Okay.
transitioning point to talk about. Yeah, is like,
How are we
How you
now?
guys doing?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's good. Like I said, I feel like I was a different person like for like the last 2 months. Just literally like from morning to night. Just I knew there was like a whole list of things that we needed to get done here,
Yeah.
Still is.
and so there still is,
Forever,
but
There always
yeah.
will be too.
Less
and
pressure
for
in a
operating
sense. Yeah.
purposes, like I think we have all that done. So,
Yeah, I'd say so.
um,
Yeah.
It was like we took our. I mean, yeah, we opened up a business. Yeah.
yeah,
We took our full-time jobs and added on legalities
which
and meetings.
was also
and
crazy during that
A
time.
lot
It
of
was crazy.
learning, and
Yeah.
it was also during the holidays too. Like that's something that I kind of forget.
New
Also
Year.
planning for a
New
wedding.
Year, and Alex is getting married.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
We all quit our
that's coming up quick.
OG
Yeah.
jobs,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's been
It's been a lot.
And we tried doing
Very exciting.
75 hard.
Yeah, we all did 75 hard
As
for
soon
like
as
the
we were-
first 12
Yeah, we gotta
days of
admit it.
opening
We
up
gotta
a
say
gym.
it.
12 hard.
Yeah,
I
12
failed.
hard.
Yeah, I failed.
We all failed.
Which, you know, I think that there's a lot to be said.
I got a question for you guys that
Answer.
I've been asked and I've had to answer on your behalf.
Oh,
Do you have an investor, or is this completely owned by you guys?
that's a great
That's
question.
a good question. We
So,
did get a
Papa
little, yeah.
Gray.
We got we got a little bit of help for sure.
Yeah.
From family.
Yeah, yeah. So we had, my dad was willing to invest, and just kind of help us out with like upfront costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
think that was the
so-
biggest thing was the upfront cost was
Yeah.
it was
Initial.
it all happened too very fast. I know we kind of left off in like the September area, but it basically was like, okay, let's look into getting a space, and then it was okay, this space that's literally perfect fell into our laps, and it didn't make. It was one of those things where like it would have been a treasure that we passed down basically,
Yeah.
but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that okay now, you know, it's business.
game time.
Landlord wants you in now. We're like, I remember
was-
being on the phone with somebody and being like, it's December 18th. You want us in the 1st?
Yeah.
It's
literally the next
okay.
week.
Yeah. So that kind of came to having to get into
Yeah.
some investment from
Yeah. Yeah.
Daddy Gray.
So it was,
He also owns his own business. Or your dad
Yeah.
owns his own
yeah,
business.
he does.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So he kind of, I think he really saw, like, obviously he hadn't even met you guys really at that point. But he's been super supportive. Both, like, my whole family has been super supportive of, you know, my journey and everything and all the things I've been doing. So, and I think my dad at that time kind of saw himself, you know, in the spot that I was at. So, yeah, shout out Dad.
Yeah.
Shout out the rest of my family too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shout out all of our families, really.
Yeah.
So,
We got like
super
FedEx or
supportive.
something
You
coming
need to
in.
surround yourself with supportive people, and that's
yeah,
the biggest thing you can do.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think we have a visitor.
Yeah. That was.
Oh my gosh, I think the sauna's here.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Well, we might be cutting this one
and
close.
now,
Yeah, we might be
if
cutting
you guys
this one.
want a sauna,
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think that's a good-
that was the
that was a
question
good
that
start.
was the question Troff asked. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we didn't do it all ourselves, but
Yeah.
it definitely took a lot of
Sweet, thanks.
doing it
Sauna?
ourselves for
Yeah,
years
we're
to
Did-
get here.
Do they need us
Be
to
able
sign
keep
anything?
operating.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
so
want
just
you
drop
to
in
take
there.
a look at it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
okay.
gonna have to go out
Okay.
there.
All right.
We can
Right.
pause if
Time
or-
for some
yeah,
fire.
22 minutes in, if you want to call it. It's up to you.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
wrap it
That's a
up.
good
It was
start
mostly just
right
a
now.
Q&A.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ending got a little jumbled, but we'll,
IG Live. I don't know if you're on there, but
Yeah. Thanks for
appreciate
tuning
you
in.
guys
Thanks for
hanging out with us. And stay tuned for
A lot more
episode
coming
3.
soon.
What's the move?
Let's move.
What's the move?